Well, Josiah, I put this off long enough. I've been kind of loath to go down in here. So, hopefully there's no bats. Let me know. I'm going to look around this edge here because I got to crawl down in here. I just have this fear of a snake coming out of a hole out of the side of this thing. I don't know why somebody threw blocks down there. Oh, that's got the jet pump. I hope that thing's okay. I don't know, hope we got enough wire we can hot wire this thing and see what's going on. Here we go. Got a thick fin. I'm still alive.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, centipede, that's about it. Oh, I wondered what that black line was across there.
Yeah.
That's a piece of timber.
No.
Yeah. If the wiring's good, we might be able to hot wire right inside the house. Oh, we got broken glass down here. Wire. On the broken glass. You know, it's really not as deep down here as it looks. You almost can't stand up. A little musty smelling, but other than that. There's a piece of wood. I don't know what that was from. I dented the tank right there, but that's the air side. I'm not sure if it's hooked up. And that was where it goes into the house. And hey, still got pressure on the pump. No, I'm kidding. There's the well casing. Pump's still hooked up. So technically, if we turned it on, water should come out right there. All right, doesn't look too bad. And the wire's still hooked to the house, so we can probably hot wire this inside the house. All right, let me clean this mess up. Okay, so in our desire to make sure this thing works, this pump, here's my makeshift setup. I've got two single breakers going into a piece of wire that I found, PX cable, going in, don't touch that, right? That's safe. Going through an extension cord to another extension cord. I'm crazy. The wire's all good here going into that well house, so I just shoved that in there. What's in there on? I got Josiah on the phone, so he's gonna turn the breakers. Still there?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna run out there. In my haste, I'm gonna trip and fall on the steps because I'm like so anxious to. so excited. I'm being an idiot here. All right. I'll get my light situated. You guys can see, but I can't. Hit it. You get both breakers? Bummer. Nothing. The only thing I could think of is if that one wire is a little loose where it goes through the wall. Okay, let's trade places. Leave that on. I'll take the camera and you look down the well hole. Here. Did you hang up on me?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I just took it off the speaker.
Go ahead and look in there and you'll hear a pump run, and you should see water shoot out of the way.
You want me to?
Yeah. Go ahead and phone it and look in.
Huh?
I gotta move on this wire.
Alright. I'm at your ladder.
Okay, nothing yet, huh?
Mm.
Well, it's in there making connection. All right, let me go get the tick tracer, see if we got power.
I'm coming up.
All right.
So far, this is a bust and a bummer.
You want me to pause this? Or just keep it?
No, just keep it. I believe you just fell down the steps.
Fell up the stairs. Even funnier.
Yeah, how many people fall up the stairs, right? I'm an idiot.
I do it all the time.
I mean, that regulator could be stuck for all I know. I already had a Band-Aid from skin in my hand before, now such a kid. Well, I suppose you could hand me the camera.
Okay.
You're probably not
Down
gonna...
the hole.
Down the hole.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
I don't know if this thing works. This should be... Yeah, it should work. It's not reading power. Don't know why. Yeah, contact points are on. Unless that wire got broke. I've got power out there. Bummer. We might have to fish a new wire in here. One more choice. If you can get I'm filming up in the air. All right, so anyway, edit that out, right? So I was testing. I don't have any power here, which is crazy because I have power right where that wire runs in, because it's lighting the light on the cord. All right, do you know what a fluke meter is? Multimeter. It's in door 4. Yeah, door 4.
Okay. And it looks
Sorry.
like
Yeah, if you could get that meter for me, I'd appreciate that. All right, so I didn't get any reading on that tick tracer, but let's put the fluke meter on it and see what it has to say. No, I don't see any reading. No, I don't have power in here. That's a bummer. That wire must have a break in it somewhere. Oh well. Back to the drawing board. Take 2. We revamped the way we wired it up. Go for it. I don't hear anything. Oh, can you turn it off and back on again? Is it popping? Yeah, there it goes. It's running. Yep. Well, turn it back on. Oh, it's on? There it's on. Is it popping the breaker, or is it... It's turning itself off and on then. Yeah, it's cycling. Yeah. Well, we know the pump runs. Why is it shutting off? Well, more investigation. No, I don't know what's shutting off in it, because the contact breakers are not, they're still on. Well, that pretty or what? That is nasty. A lot of sediment from rust over the years. So we're trying to figure out why this thing will run and shut off. Thought it was frozen. It's not frozen. Took it apart, spinning freely. Although we did have to clean the cuck out of it. But plugged it back in and it still was turning off again. So I took this cap off. Sorry I didn't film it. There's a switch inside here to go from 115 to 230. I'm like, huh? I didn't know. I thought they were all 220, but they had this thing set up for 110. So there's the problem. So now we can hook it back up again and try it again and see if it continues to run on. Hopefully I didn't hurt it trying to run. I don't think I hurt it, because it shut itself right off. So. And it's made to run on 220. It's just switch clear.
see what happens.
Yeah, that's all you can do. So let's hope this actually is okay. Now there's a starter in there. The starter actually started the motor, obviously, but that starter looks a little damp. So I mean, my guess is that starter probably starting to leak a little bit to the capacitor, and that's probably going to go bad. But at any rate, hey, if nothing else, if this thing runs, I can test the well, and I can keep it for a spare or something like that if I can get it working. So I'll probably just buy a new one, keep this as a backup. But it'd be kind of nice to know if we have water now. Bingo. There it is. That's all it was. I'm still glad I took it apart. I have to clean that out in there. But, yeehaw! We got pumpage. Back in the hole again. Plumbed up a shutoff valve on here. Had to replace this piece of pipe. Put a shutoff. Can't prime this thing without a shutoff. And this fitting was broke off. Time to prime it up. Hopefully. I don't even know if that pump's sealed. Wah, wah, wah. Well, some success, some trouble. I couldn't get this thing to fit right. No matter what I did, it just wants to leak. But I ended up pulling the whole hose out. I don't even know that I want a jet pump. I don't really like a jet pump. Never wanted a jet pump. I want a submersible pump. But this cover was smashed. I pulled it off, and that valve was stuck solid. So one way or another, I'd have had to pull this guy out. It was never going to prime. It was never going to suck. It will work now. Fix the screen, but is it worth it? So I'm going to stop at our local place that does wells, and I'm going to talk to them and see what we're going to do. We'll probably see if I can't convert this over to a submersible.
And what had to happen there?
What?
I had to go fill up all those jugs down over the hill in the creek. And like, four of them.
We walked
I don't
down
need
over
them
to the
now.
creek, come back, and now
I don't need them.
So some success. We got the door in. We found our problems, and there's water in the well, about 12 feet. I measured up to the wet line, and there's around 12 feet of water. That was supposed to be a 25-foot pump on those jet pumps, and that's 51 feet deep well. So it was never going to be a good scenario anyhow. So let's do it right. So I've bought everything new. Got the submersible pump, and I'm going to just do it the right way. And I already disconnected my 1-inch line off of here. This is 1 1/4 inch. We're only going to need the 1-inch line, so I pulled that off. But one thing I did find out, that up here where we're at, the well-placed book approach that I deal with, they said that there's a lot of fractured rock up here in limestone. So they're like, they said, how deep was the well? Well, it's 51 feet. But they said, how much of a rust line is there on the pipe and how far up? Well, when I followed the pipe up about 15 feet, it's about washed off now because it rained. But anyway, there was a rust line, and that rust line was only about maybe not even a foot. He said that's ideal, because that means the water table isn't moving up and down from the wet season to the dry season any more than a foot. So that's good news. Oh, here we go. Here's the rust line. So that's all the more change in seasons we have, is from here to here. It's not even a foot. So we're in good shape. So we're able to get this thing put in. I forgot a ladder like an idiot today, so I can't finish it today. So gonna have to come back tomorrow and do it. But at any rate, I got my new pump. This well casing was 4-inch, so this is a 3-inch pump. So I'm glad I measured the well casing. So the first thing I put on was this one-way valve. So it's got, just like the bottom of that hose had a valve, this has a one-way valve as well. So we've got that installed. We're going to install our next fitting. Then we'll put our black plastic pipe on there. And best way to put these on and off, just give them a little heat with the torch. Just heat the pipe up and slide it on. So I can't go much further today, but I will do that much. This one is a 220 pump, 240 volt. So we'll have to tape the wires to the pipe. And normally they have a hook for you to hook a rope onto too, but that isn't really much there to hook onto, so I'm not sure what I'm going to tie onto. But I like to have a backup just in case this pipe pulls apart or breaks or something like that, you still can pull your pump back up. You don't lose it down in the well. So I got to do that. Looks like that sits down on the ground, and here's your holes for your suction. Keep it up out of the mud or dirt if it gets down that far, which I don't think it will. And then I got to run, I'm going to run new wire from in here. Well, I'll probably pull new wire in and new pipe in. We'll put the tank in the basement and everything like that, just like you normally would have for your cold water tank. Anyway, I'll get as much as I can get done here today. Just that easy. This has a plastic elbow at the top, so I'm taking it off. I don't want it on there. I got a brass one. Now that's all ready to go on my pump. Stick that on there, heat it up, clamp down, put a new elbow at the top. You're good to go. So here is our new 33.4 gallon cold water tank. I'll take that cap off. This will come through and thread in right there. And all this, for those of you who don't know, this is what you need to get everything operating. So you have this pipe coming out of the tank. You've got your line that's going to be coming from the well. Fitting going, well, I got it on this side, but anyway, fitting coming in from the well. Let's call it that way. It'll be over here because this will be your pressure relief valve. This tells you what the pressure is at. You've got a hose bib spigot, and then you've got your regulator that'll regulate the pump when to come on and off, just like an air compressor. There's the contacts in there that kind of like what we had before to turn the pump on. Nothing really changes there. The only difference is that this is all right on the blue tank. And anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this all pipe doped up and put together and have that ready to rock and roll. Well, I didn't feel like running back home and getting a ladder, so I just built one. That's all. I had these boards we had cut off for around the window over there on the window trim for the bottom sills. We had a couple of them left over, so I just whipped together a ladder. Let's see if it works. Not too rickety. I hate wooden ladders. This one time we'll make an exception. In a way, it kind of fits in here better. In a way. Now, that pipe that runs through the wall isn't any good. So, I gotta do something about that. No snakes. Okay. I gotta get that pipe out of the wall. There's the end of it somewhere here. But I tried digging around on the inside in the basement and I got pretty far, but I can move it now. So I gotta dig around in there and see. It goes at an angle. So I really don't know how far this is to the house, but we'll find out. Well, this has been turning into real fun. I spent a good bit of time yanking this pipe out. I've dug back as far as I can inside the well house and inside here, and where they crisscross right there, and then there's some rocks or something. I can't get it, so went and got the big guns today. Went out and got the spud bar. So let's see if that does any better. Let's hope. Well, I kind of saw that coming. Broke fitting off the end of the pipe. I can see it though. Doubt I can push it through, but way down in there. I can actually see the end of the pipe. So, I don't know. Pretty far. I don't know if I'd be better off pushing that pipe right back down through there again. Trying it again. Or not. Actually, yeah, it did break the threads off, but there's still a little bit left. I don't know. This has been a real nightmare. Let me try shoving this back through. If I can. Probably can't. To be continued. Whew, I'm out of breath. What they say, you win some, you lose some. Got the electric wire pipe out of there. By getting the electric pipe wire, or rod I should say, out of there, I was able to shove the 1-inch black pipe through. So we've got 1-inch black pipe now for our well, and no room to run conduit. So now I gotta fish conduit. Always something. So that may not seem like a big deal, and it may not mean anything to you, but that I got this through there. Oh, that was a fight and a half. There's no room down in there. But anyway, yay and a half. As you can tell, I've been wore out trying to do this. Ugh, see, I can't even hardly budge. I don't know how I got that thing in there. But at any rate, we got to get all the fittings and everything and bring it around and down over to there. But first, let's drop the well in. So you might be wondering, how do you get the wire connection done when it's going to be in the water? But that's what this is for. You crimp it together and then you heat it and shrink tube, and that makes a waterproof seal. That's what they've been using for years. I get it right off my well place that I deal with, hook and approach. So I'll tape all that up. I don't know, I like to put a rope in there too, just in the off chance. I tied it right on that little clevis there, and get this all secured onto the pipe with tape and start dropping her down in the hole. Well, it's that time. Gotta clean that off a little on there. In goes the well. And I'm already caught on something. Alright, I'm going to need both hands. You get the idea. It's going to go in. Well, I've been a very busy bee. So I got that well set. As you can see, I got my plumbing through the wall, got my electric, ran through the head there. That's just like a block with a rubber gasket that sits on top of that well casing. You tighten it down, it wedges the rubber tight. Now you see there's still a blue tank in there, but you see it's not hooked up. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. I got to get it out of there, but hey, I just want to see if I got water here. All right, we'll go downstairs. It's hard to make that plastic look pretty. I mean, eventually I'll probably frame a wall in here, so I'm trying to keep it all tight. The wire, that's just temporary. I want to see if it'll actually work or not. But everything else is pretty much going to stay. Like I said, just to dress up the electrical. I just ran it right through here for now. I'll run some conduit down to the box later, but at least I got a shut off there. And it'll work for now until we get a chance to get more done down here. But let's see if it works. That's the big thing. So, got our wire ran. Got our well breaker. So far so good. Which, being that the other breaker's off over here, that shouldn't matter anyhow. Alright. Now, time for truth or consequences. Alright, here it is. Ooh, we got water. Boom, right now, 40 psi. Yeah, I expected it to be a little rusty, but Well, not as bad as I thought it'd be. Check for leaks. Well, let me find out if that drain works. But anyway, and still climbing. I don't think it shut off. No, it didn't shut off yet. It's still climbing. It's at 50. It should be shutting off pretty soon. Better shut off pretty soon. I don't know what that's set at. 40 to 50? Something like that. I hear the rubber in the bladder, and the first time it's expanding is on the top half of that tank is a rubber bladder. Yeah, but that thing should be shutting off here pretty soon. We're gonna have all kinds of pressure if that's good. Come on, regulator. I didn't hear it click off yet. I'm not liking that. Let me check it. Just balancing itself out. Got air still in there. So it is 40 to 60s marked right inside here. And so I just ready to turn it off. After I turned the camera off, I tried it again and it clicked at 60. So we're good. All right. Finally. Oh, that was a challenge, let me tell you. Wow. Well, anyway, I'm tickled. Not too shabby. I mean, I've run about maybe 9 gallons out of it. It's pretty rusty at first, but that's not too bad. I mean, this container's pretty filthy, so I'm gonna have to get some of that tested when I run a little more out. So we have water.
Yay!
Yay! I ran it several times and it works.
Oh wow!
Yep, it's running great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
On to our next problem.
Yeah. Just what's that? I don't know. What?
We don't have to look for it.
Nope.
It's just assigned to us every day.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, huh? What is it? Oh, a piece of pipe. No. Yeah. Just an old pipe. Okay. This time we're really out of here. I've had enough. I'm sure you little girls had enough. So we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.